Well, there we are, walking Marley again. It's a pretty sunny day out, a little chilly. You have to kind of wear some shorts with a kind of a heavier shirt, kind of to keep most of you covered up. You know, if you're walking and generating heat with the legs, then it's not that bad here. So, yesterday I posted a video of me taking Marley to Green, Texas. It's a pretty cool little place on the Guadalupe River, below Canyon Lake. It's downstream from Canyon Lake, and the water pours out from below the lake. So it's around 65 degrees and pretty much stays that way year round. So they have a trout stocking program there. And they do it does pretty good. They have a lease program from Trout Unlimited. But it gets kind of busy. I'd rather pay a higher price and have fewer spots than for it to be like over busy like it is. And so I haven't joined the lease program in a while. I might go down there to fish for some rainbows. I just need to get in the frame of mind, but it's starting to be white bass season, and I prefer fishing for white bass than I do rainbow trout. But we've got a lot going on in the news. Canada, they have the rally, the trucker rally. Here we got to keep an eye on the railroad. They have all these guys. I guess it's Ottawa. Red Step Stacker, Eggface, Allison Intel Land. What other? It's two other channels. Rebel Republic. There's a fourth one I can't remember. But he's doing a good job documenting stuff like that, and he's got some T-shirts and stuff. It's called the Red Pill Shop. It's a Teespring shop, so go check them out. Just look up egg face. It's a little egg, white with a little yellow yolk with a little face in it. And you can get a link to his t-shirt. If I remember, I'll post a link below. Or someone else can in the comments or something. But, Canada's had enough. And nothing's really changed so far, other than what do you call them? Mail-in ballots without a good reason are unconstitutional. So, like if you're military or whatever. So it looks like we're going to limit the time people can vote. And that's going to be a huge, everyone's going to find out that the U.S. is a bigger red country than people think. I mean, because there's just too much stupidity on the blue side. And see, now the problem used to be that the Reds controlled the Blues. But the Blues changed allegiance, and now the Reds are lost. And so, the Reds were like CIA and stuff like that, especially with Bush Sr., So there was a control factor from the Reds over the Blues, but that isn't the case now. The Blues run for red offices, red nominations, and it doesn't change who and what they are. They look like they're reaching over the aisle, but it's really just an allegiance to this outside the United States, and that's what's going on. You know, you have like that Cheney chick, you know. I mean, she was dim all day. No different than like Maxine Waters or whatever. I was listening, and I forgot what I was listening to, but when Nancy ripped up DJT's State of the Union speech, she was limited. She used to get military flights and escorts, and really in regards to that, it was personal, right? And it was like a huge tax payer deal, and you know, which wasn't right. And that right before that happened, she you know, that before the ripping up of the State of the Union, she was called out on the oh, what do you call it, on using tax dollars to go on personal trips and with military escort and all that. And it was just a huge scam, and that was part of the problem. So, you know, government spending, DJT stopped a lot of it. And you know, and for her to have that much security, and he actually reduced the power of the speaker. And that started to happen with Paul Ryan. He was a powerful figure, and everyone was like, well, the speaker's powerful. And, you know, and that's kind of separate but equal branches of government. But because of the Congress and the lobbyists and the lawmakers, well, the speaker became the strongest position, and that's supposed to be an elected position, but it's indirectly by we the people. And so the executive, which is the president, he's supposed to oversee that stupidity and stop it. And because, you know, he's also a voice of the people. So, I don't know, you know, and it looks like that Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and Arizona somewhat still, you know, are moving forward with the reform, the election reform, and that'll be good. And now DJT is calling himself the 45th and 47th president of the United States. Which I hope that they undo everything. And, you know, anyhow, we really have a joke for a freaking president, man. We do. I mean, that guy, I mean, we know that he didn't get in there legitimately. Okay, no, I don't see any. Because there's never before in history has a sitting president received 12 million more votes and not got the W. Never. When Carter lost after one term, he didn't do better, right? So DJT's the first sitting president that did better and didn't win. And so that right there is a red flag. That's called a statistical anomaly. And that in itself should be reason enough to be speculative. And if you're not, then you're just ignorant. And, you know, and you're trying to make sense of numbers that don't make sense, right? And that's the first thing that doesn't make sense, because we have a trend of one-term presidents losing the presidency after they take a bomb. You know, they take a bomb and they don't win. You know, and they don't win. But you know, for a sitting president to do better, that's never happened before. So The numbers have to make sense. The picture, you know, when you deal with things, you have to paint a picture of it, man. You don't just say, "Oh, well, this is the numbers and this is how it happened." You have to paint a sane. Here, hold on. You have to paint a sane picture of the reality. It's called imagery, right? And you know, imagery helps you solve a lot of stuff, right? Some of the most powerful imagery that a person can ever learn is when reading, right? You turn words into pictures that make sense to you, right? And so you'll get better memory retention, right? And there's not enough of that going on. And right now, these numbers, right? When you start turning them into a picture, that right away you're like, man, that just doesn't make sense. I mean, because most people, well, he got 75 million and he got 80 million. Well, okay. So how is it that he did 12 million better than the last time and didn't get that's never happened before? Right? Well, that's the first picture that you got to paint. And you know, and it's not about that this is a referendum against Trump because he was an asshole on Twitter. No. The picture's got to make sense. Right? Look up imagery. I'll put a little link just to make sense. You got to have a picture that makes sense in your head. It's part of critical thinking. But that's the first thing that just kind of gets under my skin, is that people start laughing when you mention that, but their picture makes sense to them because they think that they won, right? But there is no picture for them. Now my picture makes sense because my picture starts analytics, right? So anyhow, but maybe I'm thinking too much right now. But look up imagery, man. Imagery's a powerful thinking tool, and start practicing it. You know, there's several folds to it. I mean, I could probably on the next walk, I could probably kind of start a little talk on it. But I just need to kind of read and refresh what I need to talk about. I know what it is in context, but you know, I'm not ready to give a full bore class on it. But I had to take my little baby girl walking today. Marley, hi baby. She's so sweet, but she almost got put in the pound yesterday with her little growling and stuff like that. Yep, people were like, "What's going on with that?" This little girl touched her butt. Woo! I was like, you know. Anyhow, but I should have put her between my legs so she couldn't like protect her, you know, because she's that way. All right, well, we're getting close to the end of the walk here. Well, not the end of the walk, but the end of the railroad tracks. And then I go into the ditch over here, and the dogs will start barking a lot more because I come up into a neighborhood see, there's a neighborhood right there that I walk through. And so, all right, like, subscribe, comment below. Y'all have a good day.